Welcome to Zorpazorp Gaming. My name's Lachie Linton Keen, and welcome to the first round of Middle Earth here at BrisCon 2019. I am playing Domination against a new opponent I've never played before. Chris, lovely to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you.
So what are you bringing today?
I've got a Gondor list. It's got Denethor as my leader. I've got an Avenger, Bolt Thrower, and 6 Fountain Court Guard.
Very nice, very tight list. Fountain Court Guard are still an amazing play for Gondor, and they've got shields, so they're D7.
They've got shields, and the Bolt Thrower's got rapid fire as well.
Oh, cool. So that's rolling 2d6 to determine how many hits. So yeah, I guess a big play is definitely going to be seeing how many of those bolts I can dodge on the way in.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they're pretty spicy.
Strength 7.
Yeah, lots of hiding behind trees, I think. Should be good. I'm running Theoden and 6 Royal Guard, 5 with throwing spears in 200 points. I guess we're playing the smallest round of the escalating tournament so far. So without further ado, let's get into it. Good game.
Good luck.
First warband. All right, so I've only got 1 warband, which is Theoden and 6 Royal Guard. 5 of them have Royal Spears, 1 of them doesn't. It's all whissy wig. What do we got? 24. I'm going to come in here. Out of line of sight of the pesky Bolt Thrower. So is the Bolt Thrower your only ranged weapon in the list?
It is.
Okay, cool. And a Royal Guard, a Fountain Court still fight 4? Yeah, cool. Alright, I'll just confirm that there's no first turn shot on Theoden. Yeah, no, we're good. Alright, let's jump into the first turn. Good luck, man. Alright, Rohan dice to me. 3. 5, it goes to you. I will not call any heroics, so all yours. Not going to move? Alright, let's do this. So I've got... Alrighty-o, so I am going to wrap my first Royal Guard around here.
Yep.
Oh, now you get like D6 shots with that thing, don't you?
It has, it's got the swift reload ability.
Oh, so is that 2d6?
2 dice, and you pick the highest.
I'll pick the highest, okay.
I mean, you could pick the lowest.
Yeah.
Why you would do that?
So I'm gonna get shot, so let's just do this. 10 inches.
You're gonna have to run out at some point.
Yep. It's gonna happen, and we'll get the Royal Guard up first. So just dropping Theoden within 10.
Yep.
I might put him just clear of that guy's base, and then these guys will fill up the rest of their distance. Does 12 inches, what's the range? Just 24, right?
24.
Yeah. All right, that is move turn 1 for me. All right, here we go.
See how many shots I've got?
Oh, a big 5 shots for the Avenger Bolt Thrower. Ouch.
Hitting on 4 pluses.
Yep. So 2 hits. Targeting the front Royal Guard, yep.
1, 2.
So horse and rider. So 1 on the horse and 1 on the Royal Guard. Now what's the strength?
Strength 7.
Okay, cool. So that will be 4s on the Royal Guard and 3s on the horse.
Alright, so let's roll for this Royal Guard.
Yep. He's safe.
And now for a rider on this one.
Yep. Oh, no luck. No luck. I survived the first assault. All right, let's do it. Turn number 2. Big 2 for me. Big 1 for you. Any heroic moves? No heroics, all right. So I'm going to barrel in with my boys. First up, we'll plow Theoden into this gentleman here. I'm going to charge, stop 1 inch away from this guy and hurl a throwing spear. I hit on 4s because I'm charging. Strength 3, defense 5, so needing 5s to wound. No luck. And I'll wrap into him. He will be short, so Same thing, I'll charge around here and hurl the throwing spear into the fountain court. Now they're D7, aren't they? So 4s to hit, he misses anyway. My god, the throwing spear's missed. What a shocking surprise. Oh, he doesn't even have a spear. What are you doing up the front? And we'll jump him in there. Alright. What fight value are the Royal Guard? Their fight 4? Okay, cool. So I am just going to charge up here with this Royal Guard. Up here, around the back with this Royal Guard, and around the back with that one. Alright, take your move. Okay, your move?
Yeah, side move. So it's shooting. He's engaged, but these two are still throwing.
Oh, of course. So even, you don't have one, if you engage the siege weapon, can it fire?
Well, it doesn't actually have a
Control zone? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Those boys are going to take some shots then.
Fire it.
Now, you've still got 2 crew, so it still fires normally. Alright, so the Avenger Bolt Thrower firing into 2 Royal Guards. 2d6. Oh, 6 shots. Oh dear. Needing 4s to hit.
That's it.
Oh, that's not too bad for you. 5 hits. Yep, horse and rider. So 2 riders, 3 horse. So needing 4s for them. Oh, there you go. I just lost 2 Royal Guard because I'm an idiot. Goodness me. Alright, combat phase. I'm going to call a heroic combat with Theoden. So we're going to do his combat first. I've got 3 attacks on the charge at fight 5.
Just before you do that,
Yes?
I'm going to go on with my this fellow.
Oh, is he a captain?
Well, he has 1 might, 1 will, 1 fate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. So now you've got priority, so you get to do the heroic roll-off between your captain and Theoden. So I'll be good, you be evil. So it goes to you first, so we're doing Theoden's first. Sorry, we're doing Denethor's first. So I've got 1 Royal Guard on the charge, so I've got 2 attacks at fight 5.
Yep. I've got 2 attacks at Denethor, Fountain Court, and my captain.
So, yep. Alright, so 2 attacks. I've got a big 5. And you've got the 6.
There we go.
Alright, goes to you. My guy backs away.
Strike at the rider.
Yep, so he's D6, your strength 4. Strength 4. So you need 5s with Denethor.
So 2 white, the strength 3.
Okay, cool. So needing 5s and 6s.
Hey.
Hey, he lives. No wounds. Alright. Theoden's...
I can move him now, right?
No, because you have to kill me. You have to kill me to trigger the heroic combat. Alright, so Theoden goes off.
Shield.
Yep, I've got 3 attacks at fight 5. Oh, you're kidding me. I will burn 2 points of might to make that a 5. And then I still have to kill him, but you'll be trapped. So I'm strength 5, so I'm wounding on 5s. Yeah, I'll spend the 2 points of might.
Yep.
So I win, he's knocked down. And I get 6 strikes needing a 5. And he's very dead. And then he is going to charge around and pick off... he will, but I'm not super keen on fighting 3. What we might do... Actually, I might just ride around and come into the crew with 10 inches. Alright, so you've got priority. What order would you like to do the remaining fights?
Let's do this one. So 2 Fountain Court and 1.
Yep. 1 Royal Guard with 2 attacks against 2 Fountain Court. You've got a 6, and I've got a 1 and a 2. It goes to you.
Strike the rider.
Yep, so you'll need 6s, so he's fine. Next one along. Yep. Oh, big double 6s. Needing a 6 to win the fight. Oh, Snake Eyes, God. Getting my bad rolling out of the way early, apparently. And he's alive. All right, Theoden's final combat, fighting against 2 boys. Needing a big 6. Oh dear, goes to you. 4 high for me.
First one, what's the defense of your horse?
So it's D5. So you'll need 5s on the horse or 6s on Theoden.
I'm going to strike the first one on the horse.
Yep.
Dismount.
So I've got Horse Lord, so I'm going to use a point of fate to try and save my horse.
Yep.
Oh, you're kidding me. All right, so I am now out of fate, and I am thrown, and I'm fine. I'll grab my prone model in a sec. You've still got one more strike. So he's fine. All right, let me just grab my dismount. Have I killed anything?
You took down a fountain port.
Jesus Christ. All right. Priority.
Yep.
Goes to you. How much might have you got on the board?
I'm out.
You're out. Okay. I'll call a heroic move with Theoden. He's got 1 point of might left. And that is going to catch all 3 of those. Just not him, yeah. So Theoden is going to charge the 2 again.
Yep.
I'm going to hurl a throwing spear into that crewman.
He's the one he's got a fate point left.
Yep, that's true. So 4 to hit with a throwing spear, he misses. And then he'll charge Denethor and the crewman again. I'll throw a throwing spear into this guy. Needing 4s and needing 6s. Yeah, you're D7, right? Yep, so no wounds there. So close. And then this guy will ride around the back and grab... He'll grab these 2 here. Yep. Yes, he will. He'll grab those 2 there. All right, so you've got a couple of models left unengaged. So I think, yeah, that guy was supporting him. So yeah, he can go. He wasn't in base, was he? No, he's good. Yeah, cool.
Cool. So you've got him left.
All right, excellent. I'm going to charge into this gentleman here.
Yep.
Beautiful. All right, so no shooting this turn.
Nope.
Because he was engaged. So straight to combat.
Yep.
Any heroics from you?
Nope.
Oh, you've got no might left.
I'm out.
All right, who's got priority? You do. So where would you like to go first?
Let's start with Theoden.
All right, awesome. I'm going to shield. And rolling 4 dice. Oh my god, you're getting the 6s today. Come on, Theoden, give me a big 6. Yes, he gets the 6. And I win on fight value, so Theoden is fine. That gamble paid off. And successfully baited you into abandoning your infantry line. All right, where would you like to go next?
Let's go to Denethor.
All right, so I got 1 charging Royal Guard. And you've got 5 high. And I'm still rolling terribly. 1 and a 2. And that's a big 6.
Got him.
Royal Guard is down. All right.
Let's do this one. I'm going to shield.
So you, yes, shielding. So 1 Royal Guard on 1 rider. I've got 5 high. You've got the 6.
I'm really lucky today.
Killing me.
This one and this one.
Yep. All right. And
Again.
finally, I've got one.
Got it.
All right. So needing, I'm strength 4 on the charge. You're D7, so needing 6s. That's 6s, isn't it? Yeah. I've got the wound chart. Strength 4, D7, 6s. Needing a big 6 here. And I got it. 2 6s. Down goes a fountain court. All right, 1 more fight.
Shield again.
And on the charge, I've got 5. I am fight 5 on the charge, so it goes to me. And needing 6s again with double strikes. And he's dead with 1 6.
All right.
All right, gamble paid off a little bit. Priority. Oh, you're kidding me. All right, so it goes to you on a 1. I've got no might left on the board, so it's all yours. That could be a very big turning point, unfortunately, because without the charge, we're now equal fight value. Rolling a 1 against the 2 is fairly brutal. All right, so piling in with all the crew, trying to maximize those anti-Royal Guard combats. Very nice. Just out of range. Maybe, yeah, no. Yeah, get in for support. Yeah, man, dice have been pretty cruel, straight up. Yeah. All right, so Theoden's engaged, everyone's engaged?
They're all engaged.
So let's jump into combat. You've got priority, where would you like to start?
Let's start with Theoden.
All right, cool. I am not going to shield this time. Goes to me.
It's only defense 5.
I'm strength 4, so I need 5s. Double twos. Why not? Why not?
Alright, let's just work our way around. So we go to this one.
Yep, I cannot shield because I'm on horseback. 1 dice for the Royal Guard, and I get a 3. It goes to you. So you've got 6 attacks now because I'm trapped, and you'll need 6s. Oh, safe. Oh, 3 more. Safe. Good work, Royal Guard. So he's trapped, so you back away. That's what we need. Hold it together, boys.
Alright, Denethor's foot.
Yep, against 1 guy. Hey, I'm fight 4, you're fight 5. Yep, cool. So it goes to Denethor. Needing 6s again. Royal Guard survives. And then 2 Royal Guards. Oh, Royal Guard plucks it, and he's only strength 3 because he hasn't charged. So I'll still need 6s regardless. Doesn't wound anyone. Okay, that turn could have been a lot worse. Priority. And this time it goes to me. That's it. All right, so let's do a bit of throwing spear action. This gentleman is going to charge. What are we going to do here? I think Theoden is going to take on these 2. This rider. Oh, you've well broken them up now. This is tricky. Where do I engage? This rider's going to ride around here and charge and throw a throwing spear at that crewman. So I should move him first. So he'll, this guy. He'll hurl around, stop 1 inch away, and throw the throwing spear. He hits. Needs a 5. Hey! Oh yes, you do. That's your captain, isn't it? Okay, so we juice the fate, and we'll charge on into him. Oh, that was foolish. I should have moved him first. That was very foolish. All right, I'll hurl a throwing spear into. I'm going to hurl it. What's Denethor's defense? 5. Right. Okay, let's hurl at Denethor. Needing 4s. He hits. Needing 5s. Oh, gets a wound on Denethor. What a champion. And he will ride around and wrap all the way into here. And then this gentleman is going to. So I need to minimize 3-point traps here, importantly on Theoden, but also on Royal Guard. So I think what I'm going to do is ride around and pick on this guy. And then you've got 2 models that are engaged because I couldn't actually swing into him because my other enemy's base was in the way. So 2 models left for you to move. So I will be broken when I lose, I think 1 more, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the field, and I've lost 3. Scenario ends on quarter, though, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah, and my whole army's fearless, so while Theoden's alive on the table, yeah. So broken doesn't really matter for me. I've got to kill a fair few more of you, I think. Yep. Now, good decision. Go for the 3-pointer. Yep. All right, I've got priority this time. I am going to start with, let's start with this 1-on-1 here. I've got 2 dice, you've got 1. More snake eyes, needing 6s. Oh, and you really, Jesus.
Punched him to death.
He has. Doesn't even have a sword. What's he doing? Let's do another 1-on-1 over here. So 2 dice for the Royal Guard, and again I lose it on 2-to-1. And again, you kill him. Holy shit! This is possibly the worst luck I've ever had. Okay, Theoden. No, let's do the trapped guy. Shit, man, this is bad for me. I don't think I can come back from here. You have rolled. Oh, Theoden, of course. Sorry. Now I've charged, so I still have 2 attacks.
Yep.
And I get the 6th. All right. So everyone is knocked prone.
Yep.
I am going to put how many wounds does Denethor have?
So you've taken 1 off him.
Okay, so I'm going to put 1 strike on Denethor. We'll see how that goes. 1 wound.
He's dead.
He's dead. Oh, right. Okay, fantastic. And 1 more strike on. Now I'm strength 4 because I've charged, so it'll be 6s or 5s. I'm going to go against the crewman, needing 5s, and he's alive. All right. Okay, you're not broken yet, no, and neither I am, but all my guys are fearless. I might shield. How come you've got 4 dice?
I'm thinking of shielding.
Oh, double shielding. I see. With both. Yes. All right. I'm gonna strike normally. All right. 5's high for you, and 5's high for me. I get it on fight value, and I will strike 1 on each. Needing. I'm strength 5. No, I'm strength 4, so still 6s. God damn it. And no 6s. All right. Yes. Big one. Hey, now you went first last turn. So it goes to... Oh, wait, hang on. No, I went first, didn't I? So it goes to you. It goes to you, sorry. One more and you're corded. I'm corded, yes. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. All right, so let's have a look at combat. You've got priority. Where would you like to start? Oh, sorry, I'm going to call a heroic combat with Theoden with his death special rule. So we'll do that first. In we go. And of course.
It's the man with the boxing glove.
Why not dice? Why not? Thanks, yeah. What was it? 2? He's fine anyway. Alright, so I will, back away. Alright, I've got 1 Royal Guard. Come on, Luck. You got the 6. We're tied for fight mode, so I have to get a 6 here. Oh, I do! Alright, 50-50 roll off because I'm still fight 4.
So I'm 1, 2, 3, you're 4, 5, 6.
Yes, I'll be good. Yes! Alright, finally. I'm going to strike against the guy I need 5s to wound, and I don't kill him. Okay. Priority. You're right. You're getting zealous now. Alright, goes to me. Okay, I'm going to charge the... I'm going to charge the D5 guy and throw a throwing spear at him. Yep. Needing 4s. Hits, needing 5. Jesus. Doesn't get him, so in he goes, and I'll wrap into this Royal Guard as well. And then Theoden is going to charge around into this guy. Alright, so you've got 2 models to move, or 3 technically. Alright. Oh, shit, I think I just cost myself the game by charging Theoden with the wrong movement. He's not in 3 inches there, is he? Yes, I should have charged him. All right, let's keep moving. So let's start with Theoden. Now, how many models have you got? You got... Okay, all right. Oh, this is bad for me. I am going to fight normally. You shielding? Yep. 5 high for you, 5 high for me. I get it. Needing 6s and fails. All right, this is the big one. 4 attacks again. Oh, you got the 6. I can't do this. I can't do this 2 turns in a row. All right, here we go. 1 dice, needing a 6. Nah, all right, now you need 6s from everybody. Oh, there we go, and that's game. Oh, that was foolish. How many models do you have left? Okay, so you weren't broken anyway, so even on contested objectives, I still would have lost. So I don't feel too bad about my poor Theoden throw. Great game, dude. That was mental. A brutal victory for the forces of Gondor in the end. There was a couple of pretty significant plays, but it was pretty savage for me on the dice rolling as well. That's, I guess, the thing with these tiny games is it's such a knife edge. If you have a few bad things go your way, it can blow it open. Who was your MVP, Chris?
Well, I was going to say this bolt thrower or crew operator, but I've got to say I think the dice in this case were probably my MVP. I threw a lot of 6s there.
You certainly did, and I threw a lot of 1s and 2s and 3s when I had more dice than you had 1. So that was certainly tough. I think one big mistake I made was I charged the bolt thrower and the crewman thinking that would disengage it, but of course they don't have control zones, and it was free to shoot and kill 2 Royal Guard in the first turn, which certainly would have been important when locking down control zones later game. And yeah, I just wasn't able to have the numbers after that big loss, and also I got like nothing clever off with Theoden, so no luck for me, but awesome fun, great game, dude. Good luck in the rest of the tournament, man.
Cheers, you too.
So not a good start in round 1 of BrisCon, coming away with a minor defeat to Chris's Gondorian forces. The final scoreline was 4-1. Chris managed to score 1 objective, netting him 2 victory points, as well as breaking me and wounding Theoden, taking him up to 4, and all I could do in return was wound or kill Denethor, which is just worth the 1. Luckily it wasn't a major defeat. You need a difference of 5 VPs to get a major defeat or victory, so I still earned 7 tournament points towards my gaming score, as opposed to 0 if it was a major major defeat, so it's not all as bleak as it could be, but it was certainly a pretty rough game. So what I'm going to do is break down the game and how it evolved, all of the different talking points of what I could have done to play it better. Now, the first thing that we of course need to talk about is my dice were pretty poor, but it's never always, or at least very rarely, bad dice that lose you a game. Usually you make poor tactical choices that enable bad dice to take a game away from you, and that is certainly what happened in this game. For me, the clinch turns were turns 2 and 3. I had a really poor tactical choice in turn 2, and that flowed on into a massive momentum swing against me in turn 3, and I just couldn't come back for it. I held on right through till turn 7 until I was finally courted, but I just could not come back from turn 2 and 3. So let's start off by having a look at that. Now, turn number 2, I made the big mistake of the game, and that was charging the Avenger Bolt Thrower. Now, I thought that by being in base contact with the Bolt Thrower, that disabled it and prevented it from shooting in that turn, but bolt throwers don't have a control zone and they are actually able to shoot. I'm not sure if that's a change new in this edition or if I've just been playing that wrong forever. That's quite possible. But essentially I had 2 Royal Guard who were sitting right out on my right flank, basically straight down the sights for the Avenger Bolt Thrower, and if I'd known that that was going to be able to shoot that turn, I would have just thrown them in behind my forces, and they would have been blocked by the combats and not been able to be killed. And Chris rolled a big 6 on his 2 swift reload dice and killed both of those Royal Guard. Now that was a big blow in turn number 2, and as can often happen in momentum, it's the small stones that start the avalanche, and that was the beginning of a big momentum swing. In turn 3, I won priority again and charged in with my Royal Guard who were left, and I had some pretty favourable combats because I'd managed to sort it out in a way that I liked, and I had 1 Royal Guard charging 1 model in 2 occasions. So I've got 2 dice, I've got fight 5, the high fight value, against 1 model. Chris didn't even elect to shield. He took a big risk in both combats and just fought with a single dice, and I rolled Snake Eyes in the first combat and a 2 and a 3 I think in the second, so he won both of those and then killed 2 Royal Guard. So straight away I've lost 2 Royal Guard in turn 2 from a bad tactical decision. I've lost 2 Royal Guard in turn 3 from some horrendous luck running against me. So at the beginning of turn 4 I've lost 4 Royal Guard, which I really shouldn't have lost at all, and in return I probably should have had a few kills from those charging Royal Guard, and that was just a massive dint in my numbers. When we're playing at 200 points and I've got 6 Royal Guard and Theoden in the army, that is an incredibly rough thing to be able to come back from. Somehow I managed to get off a couple of kills to keep myself in the game, and actually think that that was mainly due to throwing spears. I think I got 2 throwing spear kills, or at least a wound on a hero and another kill, and those did keep me in the game because I kept whittling down Chris's numbers, but I just had no battlefield presence. I couldn't dominate, I couldn't take the objectives in a strong sort of position, and then Theoden got unhorsed. He couldn't win a single fight, so it was a pretty rough game from there. My dice certainly didn't help, but I won't ever be charging Avenger Bolt Throwers to disable them ever again, that is for sure. Now, in terms of kind of the mistakes, there's a lot of kind of chaos going in at the tournament level, particularly when, of course, I'm trying to film all the games. Even with my wonderful helper Josh, who was essential, it still takes a little bit off my mind when I'm trying to play, so sometimes I will make a mistake. And tactical mistakes, like the Avenger Bolt Thrower, are certainly up there, but also rules mistakes. When, you're both playing, it's up to both of you to try and keep in touch with what each other's doing, and often things are easy to slip through the cracks. So I made a big mistake with Theoden. I actually spent 4 points of might over the course of the game instead of his usual 3. I spent 2 points of might to make a 3 of 5 to get that first kill, to get his first heroic combat off, which is of course another point of might, which meant that his store was out, and then a couple of turns later I called a heroic move. Now that heroic move I did not have the might to spend, and it was probably a reasonably important move. I managed to get the charge when I didn't have priority and keep the few Royal Guard I had left alive in the fight. I didn't actually have a very successful turn anyway, but it still certainly wasn't a heroic move that I would have been able to call. I did of course call another heroic combat at the end of the game using my death special rule, so that was fine, but I still spent 1 point of might more than I should have. All I can really chalk that up to is at 200 points with 1 hero, I didn't bother writing anything down because I thought we'd be able to keep track of it, and that was clearly a mistake because in the chaos of filming as well as playing in the tournament level, I accidentally spent a point of might that I didn't have, which is pretty unforgivable. Chris also made a couple of mistakes that we realized at the end of the game. He didn't roll for his Denethor's Broken Mind special rule at all, so he's got to roll at the beginning of every turn and make a courage test, and if he fails, Denethor is controlled by the evil player. Now Now, in a small points game, that's actually pretty huge. Being able to take control of Denethor for a turn, run him off, or charge one of his own men, especially as I was losing numbers left, right, and center, that could have proved really pivotal. Would it have actually happened? Who knows? Denethor has 3 points of will that he can use to help him pass the courage test, and I'm pretty sure he's courage 5, so over 7 turns it probably wasn't hugely likely, but you never know. It could have really influenced it. It could have not. We don't know for sure. Honest mistakes were made. The other thing Chris did was he also deployed his siege engine incorrectly. That has to be deployed within 6 inches of the board edge, but to be honest, that mistake actually worked in my favor because the siege engine was just next to the other troops and kind of closer to get to, so I'm sure if Chris had realized that, he would have just moved everything back a bit further and it probably would have been harder for me. So by contrast, that one didn't hurt me at all. But it just goes to show, under the incredible pressure of the tournament scene, everyone can make mistakes. SBG is all about kind of minute moments and big sort of clinches that cause huge momentum swings. We've seen it time and time again, and this one certainly was a big swing against me in this game, and I just couldn't claw my way back. But it was a good scrap, and Chris was super fun to play with, a really lovely guy. I wish him all the best with the rest of the tournament. And if you guys enjoyed this coverage of round number 1 of BrisCon, make sure you stay tuned over the next week, as I have done full battle reports on rounds 2, 3, and 4. You'll get to follow the whole progress of my Rohan army through the BrisCon event. And if you guys haven't been following this series before, maybe a new round here, feel free to check out the rest of the Muster of Rohan series, which followed me putting together this army, developing my lists and tactics for the tournament, as well as some painting tutorials and conversion guides, as you guys get to see the whole army come together. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you stay tuned for all the stuff that's coming out, and check out the rest of the channel for lots more Middle-earth strategy battle game content. In the meantime, keep on SBG gaming. Cheers, guys.